Live from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and Dorset, featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amy Charlo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Welcome to another show of the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. Happy holidays, Keith.
Happy holidays to you as well.
Now, I understand that you were the fastest man in the Bahamas.
In my mind, I was.
like they said, you wrote. How fast was your mile? Did you do a mile? Oh, what's a mile? No, what's a sprint?
Mile?
No, what's a 100-yard dash? 100-yard dash. What? Did
Mile? Man, that's an insult for a guy.
I was like, get out of town. It's a mile away.
Oh my God.
And then you go right into the ocean.
Yeah, definitely. You got that right.
So, did you know this? If you're the fastest man in the Bahamas, how fast were you? Give me on a 100-yard dash.
At the time, maybe like 10-3.
10-3? Yeah, that's pretty good.
No, kids can do that nowadays.
You don't beat Santa Claus. Santa Claus is 200 times faster than Usain Bolt.
Santa Claus? What kind of Santa Claus?
So you come third in line of how fast Santa is.
Not even third.
Now, just like Superman, a king, and the Pope, Santa kind of dialed in his own look over the centuries, Keith. 370 AD. Ooh. What do you think of Santa's style?
Man, Nick, that's way, that's way before.
I say just, like Elvis Presley, Mae West, all the great personalities of our time came up with their own look. And we're in the looks department, right?
Yeah.
We make people look good. Santa, now we didn't make a suit for him, but we made a vest for him.
You made a great vest for him.
Right.
That's awesome.
And you got something going on tomorrow.
Yes.
You got a big shoe.
Mingle. Shop and mingle. It is going to be 3 p.m. To 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And local women of color are going to be here and showing their wares, cosmetics, jewelry. We have desserts.
Desserts.
Going to be served. So I think it's an ongoing process that we're bringing.
You just like entertaining.
I do, and I also, we've talked about it. We like working with people in our community.
Absolutely.
We're local. Yeah. We shop local. We encourage local businesses.
Yeah.
So we try and do those cross.
Thanks for mentoring me, Keith. I really appreciate it. You make me a better man.
Got to bring you along somehow.
I'm going to answer your question.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
His sleigh goes 6 million miles per hour. Now that's fast, folks. That's fast.
I used to think that was just a comet. I didn't know it was Santa Claus.
Well, Santa's going to be on our show today, coming up here, and we're going to show you what's happening down in Red Wing with this. They had the Christmas stroll festivity, and we saw a trolley car down there that we interviewed the trolley car operator, and we're going to show you that. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Welcome, folks. As I promised, Santa Claus is here today, and do we have lots of questions for Santa? Like, where is Santa right now? Well, he's right here.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
And how many reindeers does he have? Right? And more questions to come, and he will answer those all today. Welcome, Santa Claus, and a happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
1,751 years old today. That's right, he's a 370 AD kind of guy. Right, Santa?
That's right.
Let's get to let's cut to the chase here.
I might be afraid of these questions. I'm not sure.
So, 9 reindeer, including Rudolph. We know that.
Yeah.
Magic flying stuff.
It's all magic.
It's all magic.
That's right.
It's not gefilte fish or what they call that loaf with all the fruit in it. Fruit loaves. What's it called? What's that called, Kendrick? Fruit loaf, whatever. Anyway, you guys both don't know, but
fruitcake, yes.
Fruitcake, folks.
See, I don't carry that in my sack.
You don't carry the fruit
No.
cake in your sack?
I just leave that for the people, to people.
So, and this is your pre-flight outfit.
Yeah,
And this vest, Santa actually made a special trip to St. Paul and had this made, that's right, 2 years ago. Because we've been a little busy making presents. And here he is doing his pre-flight, and he'll be back up to the North Pole soon. Now, 700 million kids, huh?
yeah.
And is it true that you're going to travel 75 million miles in 32 hours? That's supercharged.
That's right.
And you're considered...
Do it every year.
You're considered 200,000 times faster than Usain Bolt. I just had Keith on the show. He can run a 100-yard dash in about 10 some odd seconds. So that's pretty fast too. So it's you, Usain Bolt, and then Keith.
Well, I don't run. It's just pure Santa magic.
It's a right.
That's right.
A flip of the nose, folks. With all those mathematical things that I'm throwing at you, did you know that the average speed, he travels at 6 million miles per hour? Well, that's a flash in a pan, folks.
Just like that.
Tell me the origins of your given name. You got a little background on that? Like, he's a little shy today, folks. Like, the fact is that St. Nicholas, he was actually a guy who, let's see, I got it here for you, Santa Claus. I want to do my homework.
Okay.
Santa Claus is a mispronunciation of a Dutch word, Sinterklaas. Sinter means saint, and Claus is a nickname for Nicholas. They are the same thing, St. Nicholas and Kris Kringle, a mispronunciation. That's the name of the game.
Every country, it's a different pronunciation.
A different pronunciation,
Yes.
right. And North Pole's a neutral part of the world, so you're for all people.
That's right.
That's wonderful. And I don't want to get into your financials, but I understand that you pay your elves pretty dang good, and their compensation package is
That's
pretty
right.
dang good.
And they get sick time, too.
They get sick time. That's more than they get around here, folks. I'll tell you that. And Christmas is the biggest run of the night, right? We said 700 million odd kids you're traveling to, and anything else that you want to tell us? What your pre-flight's like carrots for the reindeer? What's going on pre-flight?
Well, the majority of it is taken care of by the elves. I just kind of check in with them
Kinda
and make
oversee?
sure, yep, that everything's getting done.
Yep. And you stay warm.
And of course, Mrs. Claus is
Right.
always helping too.
And I see that your fashion comes from, it takes a long time to build an image, right?
That's
We
right.
got Mae West, we got Elvis Presley, we've got the Pope. They all got uniforms, right? So
Yeah.
Santa Claus, you took your colors from the Saint Nicholas, the saint, right?
Yeah.
And the robes that they wore in those days.
At that time.
With those nice crushed velvets that we like to sell here at Heimie's. And they keep you warm.
Yeah.
And you look
Very.
fancy. And that's your image that we've grown to love and know.
Yeah.
Well, Santa, I tell you, do you want to add anything else to the mix here?
Well, just this here is a big part of the image too.
The beard.
Yep.
And does that keep you from getting frostbite?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get recognized everywhere all year long.
That's true.
Yep.
It's true. It's an identifier, folks. That's what image is all about. We're image builders around here. So anyway, Santa, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. And I would like to tell you what I would like for Christmas this year.
Okay.
My two front teeth. Thanks for joining us, folks. Santa, have a great trip, and I'll
you.
see you after Christmas.
Thanks.
bet.
Merry Christmas.
We are downtown Red Wing today during the holiday?
A holiday stroll.
A holiday stroll, and I'm here with Paul Burnham, who is actually a trolley car engineer We can call him a conductor, but he is the operator of this fine, fine trolley circa 1930. And he's going to tell us a little bit about the background of this trolley car. Paul, welcome.
Thank you. So the trolley is just opened up again. It was down for a while, and the Red Wing Credit Union was actually in possession of it, waiting for the proper owner that could bring it back to life in Red Wing. And they found that in Jim Ross with the Ross Group. So he currently is the owner, and we've done a lot of work on it. The engine was recently rebuilt. Pretty much everything from the inside has been taken apart and put back together, and it is running fantastically.
That's awesome. I tell you what, we're going to step inside and take a look and have a little more conversation with Paul. We'll be right back. Now, ain't that a pretty sound? And it brings you back just a little bit in time. These brass fixtures in here with these etched highlights, and the woodwork is just fabulous. Paul's taking tours. He's doing weddings. You're doing historical tours.
We are.
Within a 15-mile radius?
Yep.
Within a 15-mile radius of downtown Red Wing. They can go online to book this?
They can. rwtrolley.com.
Okay. Tell me, you just restored the engine, right?
Yes.
That was a process.
It was. Luckily, I was not personally doing it.
Right.
But the person who did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
A lot of work dropping it out, pulling it all apart, cleaning it.
Right. They reworked the engine. What size engine is it?
It is originally from an RV.
Oh, okay.
So it's good size.
The Brady Bunch RV, the Brady Bunch bus. So what happens then is you see these trolley cars, you know, in historic downtowns. There's one in Stillwater. They're part of the landscape. Trolley cars used to be used, you know, pretty exclusively in the Twin Cities and St. Paul, all the way up till the I think the last one ran in 1970 something. But anyway, Paul, anything else you can tell me about this trolley?
You kind of nailed it. I mean, if you look around and you see all the little details they put into it, it really goes back to that time period.
Okay.
And they worked hard at trying to get that, except for a few updates like heat and a CD player.
Okay. So you're going to play historic music from the era?
We're going to have a few different options.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything from the pianist for Mr. Rogers.
All right.
Some music of that style. Okay. Maybe some German death metal. We're not quite sure what's on the menu exactly.
And you have a background in the history of Red Wing. As you go through the downtown, you point out points of interest.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of history in Red Wing. Yeah. A lot of it. Yeah. So lots of it's just going through the different areas, and there's going to be multiple tours because there's so much to learn. All
right. Wonderful. Well, I tell you what, we look forward to seeing Paul in the springtime. Maybe Keith and I can get a ride and do the Haberdasher's Couch from a trolley. Paul, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.